welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Group. We're glad you guys could join us for Session 5 of Atavar Ascension. Before we get into the recap, as always, I need to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. They're a locally owned, family-owned company here in Central Florida. And they've got some amazing dice bags, dice trays, miniatures, all sorts of awesome stuff. You guys really need to check it out. That's www.criticalhitgamingsupplies.com. And as always, if you see something you like and you want to buy it, make sure you use TOGG15, TOGG15 at checkout, and you'll get 15% off your purchase. Other announcements? Well, it's finally going to be here, and by the time this actually gets posted, it'll probably have been out for a while. But this next week, I'm not going to say the exact date, but this next week, it is now confirmed, their D&D will be going live. And I will be putting the information on the exact date in my Discord shortly before it happens. Kind of like a 24-hour countdown thing. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then lastly, some really good news. Start off with the bad news part of it is apologize if our audio for these recorded sessions hasn't been, really professional quality. We're doing the best we can. We've got some okay equipment that Zach has purchased and he uses for his podcast at Nerd Culture is Dead. Shout out to them. Watch their podcasts, listen to their podcasts, however you want to call it. But it does pretty good, but the environment we're in isn't the best for it. But the good news, in about 2 months, the studio will be officially finished. We will have, hopefully, much better sound quality. And we will finally get video. And that's right, then we will be going live and live streaming the episodes.
And you get to see what the fuck these idiots do all the time.
Exactly, what they're all doing right now as I'm going through these announcements. Yeah. Trying to throw me off. But I think that's it for announcements, unless anybody else has anything they'd like to announce.
You already gave me a shout out, I'm solid.
All right. Okay. Well, in that case, without further ado, we bring you Atavar Ascension. So where we last left off, the Blue Devils, you guys, had taken a mission picked by our wonderful Ajax.
Yeah, well, Ajax.
To go and provide assistance to Woodhurst. Going and meeting with Lady Finsmore of the Finsmore Estate in town in Kyver to get details on the mission. They were informed that there is a sickness in that city. And so they went to go and pick up some medicinal crates that had been purchased by Lady Finsmore so that they could take them to Woodhurst and hopefully alleviate the town's illnesses. However, after making much haste and arriving at the town, they found it filled with creatures of undeath.
I guess you could say the town got down with the sickness.
They did.
You let the bodies hit the floor.
That's true.
And they did let the bodies hit the floor, as using some unusual tactics that were surprisingly extremely effective. They managed to pretty much almost cakewalk through all of the zombies wandering around in the town square. Had a little bit more trouble with the ones that came out of the church as Percy just mage-handed the door wide open and like a dozen poured out at them.
You're welcome.
But they did manage to defeat those, and then the rest in town as they kind of just, took their time and went about dealing with them. However, when all was said and done, the number of bodies and body parts left over that had not been zombies far outnumbered that of those that had. Being the good Samaritans they were, they gathered up all of the dead and created a funeral pyre for them on the beach, and where we left off was sunset as they kind of watched and maybe had a nice somber moment for those that had passed as the flames rose into the sky. That is where you guys left off. It is almost nightfall. The sun is just almost down to the dipping completely below the horizon, and you've got this big fire on the beach.
I say we just drive the horses into the church and hold up in there for the night.
Do we have anything to put up for, like, defenses? Because there's no more doors.
Well, the doors were
The doors are still there.
where they ripped
Yeah,
off.
I didn't-
I know, I thought they were, like, trampled or something.
No,
No,
she
it-
ripped.
They swung open.
There was
Okay.
a wooden cross beam, kind of
Yeah.
like put across, but that was broken open, but the doors themselves just
All right,
kept
then,
flew.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
can just hold up in the church for the night. Just have the horses there, tie them off to like a pillar or something.
It's a good plan.
We could take watches looking through the tower if it's got like a high point.
Very well, then. If you're going to rest for the evening and set watches, who's taking what watch?
I'll go first.
Second.
I'll take last.
I'm not doing it this time.
I'm gonna cook and then promptly go to bed.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
Very well. Then,
Make some good old famous gold stew.
as you guys enjoy some gold stew,
That sounds
And
just
then-
wrong.
I did it on purpose.
Of course you did.
and then you tuck yourselves in for the night. Ajax, you are up on first watch, and I will need a perception check from you, sir.
We're inside the
You're
church.
inside the church.
Right?
You've closed the doors.
Let's see. First roll of the evening. Oh, not so good. I got a, let's see, that is a 5.
Okay. As you're waiting there, watching, nothing seems to happen.
Seems to happen.
We're good, bro.
Fair enough.
The second
I'm
watch,
just standing there like,
Leon,
I'm looking
I
straight
believe
at
you
the
had
wall.
said second watch. It is your turn. Perception check, please.
16.
Okay. As you are taking your watch, nothing seems to happen.
Nothing seems to happen.
And third watch occurs. Tomer. Perception check, please.
I'm working on it.
Oh,
Uh-oh. That's a 3.
Okay.
Pretty good
You're,
night, nothing happened.
you have an amazing sense of smell,
Oh, I
but not right now. Your nose gets clogged. You feel like you're coming down with something because it's all just like closed up. You know when you get that, you're not really sick, but it's just like sinusy.
Goddamn.
It's
Yeah.
from
Dead
the
people.
fumes of dead people
It,
burning.
it's gotta be something like that. But other than that, it's an uneventful night. You wake up the next morning, give yourselves all a long rest.
Got it.
And I did not do this, I believe, at the end of last session, so I'm going to do it now. Everybody gets 1 point of inspiration.
We did do that.
Oh, we
last
did do
session.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I'll take another one if you want.
No.
but-
I could not remember.
No,
So,
you're
I
good.
wrote it in my notes.
Good.
I was like, yup.
Okay, so it is morning time. What do you guys do?
I figure out how to take
Well,
a
quite
long
frankly, all of the people of the town are dead. There's no one left to speak for what happened outside the diary that we found and the evidence in the well. We already searched the town thoroughly and took anything that we really could use. Or
We have
benefit
samples
from.
of that root, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
vial that you
We
took.
didn't kill
Did we
all
get
of
a
it.
sample? I thought I
I got a sample.
Yeah,
Okay.
She got a sample. I gave her a
I remember
vial.
torching it at the bottom, but I think, there was more to it.
Yeah, I gave her a vial to get a sample just in case.
Why? I think I
I
have
think the best thing we can do now is just head back
Yeah.
and report what happened and just be there for that little girl.
Get an F- on our mission score
Wow, you
for
guys
what?
didn't
Not
do
being
shit.
there in time?
for dead many.
Those certainly
And
were
not
words you
speaking
just
well.
said.
They were like that when we got there.
Yeah, well, we could.
The all-seeing orb, dink, 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 already knows this. We've done what we can. There's
Listen,
not much else we can do unless we want to investigate the surrounding area and see if we find any more traces of that route.
We
I
are
didn't see any near the beachfront, so we should be fine.
Actually, if we hold up the vial to your nose, do you think you could smell out if there's any in the area?
Probably. Let me see that vial.
I mean, unless it's still clogged, you know.
For that, actually, what I'll need you to do first is roll a straight wisdom check.
Whoever's I think he just turns undead immediately upon failure.
Oh no!
18.
Okay. And now you can go ahead and roll perception. Okay, you feel like you've got the scent of it, like you you understand it and you'd be able to pick it up,
16.
but you don't smell anymore.
Yeah, I think it's gone.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I don't think there's any other loose ends around here then.
Nope.
Alrighty then. I say we go ahead and make sure the horses are well rested, fed, and they have a drink, and we'll be on our way.
They probably rested while we did, so.
No, they had to stay up all night.
I said
Yeah,
just,
they were on all 4 watches.
just to be sure,
Who
I
made
would
them stay up?
say we give the horses water from one of our water sacks, just in case.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
All right. So you guys take care of your horses, and then hitch up the wagon, and you head off back to Kyber.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take first shift on driving.
Okay. Are you guys going with haste like you did on the way up to Woodhurst, or are you just
Absolutely
kind
not.
of?
Yeah, we're going at our own pace.
Okay, so it will take you about 8 days.
That is fine by me.
In those 8 days,
Yeah, that's a
just
lot of
making
time
those
that's going to be
wild happen.
passing.
Yeah. Not in a wagon.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
If
burn
there
a hole.
was something we missed anywhere, was going to be long past the due date.
Yeah. And as you are journeying back, you encounter a little bit of rain on a couple of days. It gets a little bit overcast. Nothing major, not any major storms, but for a couple days, it is a little bit dreary and kind of miserable.
Wagon gets stuck every now and then.
A little bit, but it's not terrible. But other than that, you make it from Woodhurst back to Kyber unaccosted. So once again, you are in Kyber. Here is your local maps of Kyber and the zones.
Wonderful.
It's wonderful. I tell you what, guys, I need a drink.
We brought kegs. We're sorry we drank them on the second day. It's not our fault.
I'm not drinking and driving.
Well, you-
Ajax can handle it. I
I
cannot.
was like, dude, can we still get arrested for that?
Slow days.
High speed carriage driving. Oh no! Turn! Look out!
So wait,
Woodhurst drift.
are we taking the wagon with us, or are we gonna drop the wagon off?
Instead of it's a loot,
Are we gonna leave the wagon with the supplies at the stables and then go see her and see what she wants to do with the supplies?
Well, I think first and foremost we should probably report to the guild about the demon route.
All right. Yields it is.
Or I'm not sure if I know it's demon route.
Actually, it'd probably be undead.
Logan, I will go over there and suck your dick.
Dennis.
No cap, FR.
We can go to the guild first.
Let's go to the guild, report, and show them the necessary materials, and then what we have left to present the girl and the
Yeah, I still got her mom.
Woodhurst lady. Is that?
It was
Who are we helping?
We're not.
It's been a little while.
Finsmore.
Finsmore, and we'll
Right.
show Finsmore what else we have.
Yeah, I got.
Depending on if the guild wants us to turn over the diary or not. If not, well, she'll just have to take
Now,
over
if
for
I
it.
remember correctly, as it's been canonically about 10 days, 7 days, somewhere in there.
Well, it
Oh,
was
it's been
8
longer than
days.
that.
It
It was-
just journeying back.
It was
Well,
like-
we're not done yet, are we? We're
Well-
still on the journey, correct?
No.
No,
You're
we're back by now.
You're back in
Okay,
Kyber.
so it's been twice what I was just
It's it's been about in total about 12 days
All right, well,
since you took the mission.
it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure I remember
Actually, more
that
than
lady
13.
being up to something nefarious.
Well, no.
we don't have anything to
The
prove.
thing
that
is
she would do
this:
anything
she
nefarious.
didn't want us to know about the water, but I figured it out from the little girl.
But why wouldn't she want us to know about the water?
Maybe they don't
And that's
wanna-
why we're going to the guild first.
Yep, they got better power than we do.
We do have proof of that, though.
Well, we have proof that the water was tainted.
Yeah.
We don't have
She
proof that
knew
she had anything to
something
do
about
with it. We can only infer. We
And
don't
was-
have hard evidence.
Withholding information.
Or she was ignorant.
That could be the case too.
We can't pin something on her. We don't have enough information.
The rich folk don't really care much.
This isn't like the Orcs Ajax.
But if they were wanting our help, why would they tell us?
I say we go to the guild and figure that
Something
out.
don't add up.
I know it don't add up, but we'll deal with math when we get to the point of math.
Well, we'll take our
ignorance
money and
and
we'll
there's
deal with
this.
it. This isn't. We're not big time. We don't need to deal with her.
Let's go to the guild.
Outside our pay grade at the moment. We'll do what we can and we'll see to it that she comes to justice. But
That
Not on our
has
terms.
no pay grade.
now that's a tagline right there.
War flashback. Alright, let's go
Alright.
to the guild.
So we go ahead, park the horses down by a stable by the honey pot. We take our evidence and we head to the guild.
All right. So you guys head over to the guild. As usual, it's a little bit of a walk from over by the honey pot, but you make your way over there. And walking into the grand foyer of the guild, as always, you see two people at the desk. Grizzled old human man and the elf that had spoken to you and given you the tour.
Did we clarify whether he's a high elf or half elf?
Hi.
Okay.
Did he
Whoa,
fancy?
dude.
Hoity-toity-toy.
Yes, he does have
Oh, you're a high elf, yeah.
Rated.
High elves.
Let's go to
there
the
you
elf.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You remember his last name?
LaRue.
Okay.
Dude.
Someone's been paying attention.
You know what they call wood elves
I
on
didn't know these
Tuesday?
people had names.
Yes.
Let's go to the elf.
Okay. So you guys walk up to the elf.
Hello, Aiden LaRue. How have things been going?
Excellent. Thank you very much for asking. What can I do for you?
We have a quest to turn in.
I hope to know just exactly how I'm doing it now.
Excellent. You take those to Bart.
Oh,
Right. We've been gone for 12 days. Please forgive us. Bart?
What?
paperwork.
It's not signed off.
It's because we still got to talk about
Well, we wanted to talk to you guys about this before we headed back to Lady Finsmore. We have reason to suspect that she actually may be involved in this case, as she withheld information that would have proved fatal.
Got any proof of that?
Yeah, I'll take out the little root.
Also,
Got any proof that she withheld the information?
the testimony of the girl would be the proof.
Did you hear it on
Your
the crystal?
magic all-seeing eye?
I don't look at that thing. That ain't my job.
Okay, to answer your question, then yes, we do have proof. As long as wait a second.
We have
Were you with us?
circumstantial
Were
evidence.
you with us when that happened?
Yeah, I was in that room with you
He
guys.
was with us.
But okay, but you didn't hear it. But I guess the eye probably has a different.
Well,
We
no,
all-
I heard it because I rolled high enough perception.
Yeah, but
The
it's not our
eye sees
perception.
it whether it's there or not.
Fair enough. So we can assume that
We
the eye
have
saw it.
circumstantial evidence pointing Lady Finsmore to be tied, at least, to what happened in whatever town we were just in. Oh, it's been a long
Have
trip.
If you got solid proof,
Is there
then
something?
you can present that with this, and
Who do we need?
we'll consider the quest completed. Obviously, we wouldn't get paid if she's actually involved.
Well, we could still go to her and get paid now based off of what we have, then come back.
Might make things easier.
Let's do that. We will be back.
This is why I said we should go to her first.
You see, this is on the way anyway.
Let me double check. Something
Well,
real
so we're going to
quick.
withhold the information from her.
Oh,
But
shit.
I do have the ear.
well, what do we want to tell her then? So
It was filled
We
with
sorted
zombies.
it out.
it was full
Zombies
of
are
zombies.
dead.
Zombies are dead. Their bodies are burned. We didn't find anything else.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I wouldn't
Works for
specifically
me.
say that because then you're lying. Just don't fucking say it.
All right.
Well, it's also lying.
No, it's
That's
withholding
Absence
information.
of the truth is not technically lying.
Saying we found
Unless she
nothing
asks
else.
about it.
Saying we found nothing else is lying.
Let's just
All right, then I'm probably gonna shut up because I'm not good at lying to
we
people.
know.
We don't need to lie. We just need to not talk.
All right, Bard.
What?
Oh, sorry, wrong Bard.
He says,
pronounced Bart.
Bart, you have a great day. We're going to head out and get out of here.
Do you mind if I call you Bartholomew?
That's not my name.
It is now.
Can you just shut up and walk, Bard? Not you, Bart. Bard.
All right.
I see we're going to be on good terms with the guild from now on.
Withholding information it is.
You want me to fucking do this?
I'm so out of you. You have high deception. I have normal high deception.
Mine's +3 if you want me to talk. You have advantage?
I don't plan on deceiving anyone here.
Oh no, I don't.
I have
Shut
negative
up.
1 deception.
I don't have advantage, but I gotta
I'll get to the point.
think of it.
Alright,
Yes, I won't lie to you. Here's all the facts.
let's head back.
Presented in chronological
So,
order.
what I suspect of you.
I think you're a skank.
All right,
Square
we're
up.
off to see this gang.
Okay.
We're going to go see
Step up.
Gonna see Lady Finsmore. Got it.
Bye, Bartholomew.
Lady Finsmore's about to lose her
Kick the
teeth.
door.
Where did I?
I don't need a bow for you.
Pick up the table, just crash it over.
Oh, that's what I need, the Tavern Brawler feat.
He's on the high ropes.
So, you make your way over to Eknot. Once again, the
On my way there.
district that is quite fancy-pantsy. And arriving at the gate, once again, you are stopped by guards
Yeah, well,
that expect you to peace bond all of your weaponry
Right.
and prove why the fuck you are coming in. Oh, you scraggly-looking, dirty people.
Also, I
Does
haven't
he say
showered
that
in
to me?
14 days.
I'm going to show him the piece of
Shower on
paper.
the,
We need to
trip.
finish some business with
Are
Miss
there any rivers or
Finsmore,
anything?
and we'll be out of here.
Maybe.
All right.
We have a guild quest, yeah.
Mhm. And as
Yeah.
long as you guys peace bond everything,
I'm not peace bonding, but I'm throwing my daggers on the ground just by the entrance.
just
Okay.
throwing them there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Well,
gonna
like sticking them into the ground.
and I'm gonna walk behind her and pick them up and peace bond them.
Okay.
Peace bomb my
Yeah, they might not be there when you get back. You know, if you did that.
I will put them in a public location for others to grab.
But no, you as long as you
The guy
peace
who
bonded all your
recruited
stuff
us
and
fucking
you
lost.
had business there, they let you through.
Remember how you robbing somebody? He's probably doesn't know where the f- you are, and he's just going on a massive rampage.
Right, I've been thinking about that a lot because since then I've been like, yes, a lapse in my judgment as a player has led to a potential
Villain arc.
villain arc for a character that I did not intend. So that's all I've been thinking about, yeah.
To the Finsmore house.
All right, yep. So
Finsmore house.
walking a little bit longer to get through Eknot to the pathway that you now know because you have been there once before. You arrive at the gate and it looks like Tomer remembers, hey, ring the bell.
Ding ding.
And as you do so, after a little bit of time, once again, the servant, Susan, makes her way out the front door, down the steps to the gate, and lets you in. Says, you're back. Good. Follow me. I will bring you in to see the lady of the house.
Yep.
Okay. And she leads you in, and pretty much immediately, this time you don't have to wait in the foyer, as she just takes you to, once again, that sitting room, kind of the tea room, where Lady Finsmore happens to be at this time, making herself some tea and reading a book.
Is the little girl there?
No, she's not there right now.
I'm gonna ask her if she can. We'll discuss business first, and then I have something for the child.
Freezing.
Yeah,
Ah,
don't
yeah.
sound like a
A
pedophile.
gift for the child.
Still freezing.
Very well. What is it? What news have you?
We completed the situation. We have assisted Woodhurst.
Good. And how fares my brother and his wife?
Let's just say we got there a little too late.
They're all dead.
They're all undead.
You say that out loud.
Yes.
They were all undead.
Couldn't tell if your brother was in the mix or not, as I didn't know him, but there was a bunch of zombies.
Nothing was recognizable by the time we had arrived.
They're all dead and burned.
Yeah, and you see her, when you guys say this, she actually drops the tea. In the very thin, like china-like teacup shatters, and the book falls out of her hand, and she just kind of gasps and puts her hands up to her face.
Under my breath, I say, "Man, that's a waste of tea."
I
And
slap him
you
with my
see
tail.
you see some tears forming in the corners of her eyes, and then she like kind of straightens up. I see. So, and it takes her. She's struggling with this. You can tell, and in fact, I need everyone who wishes to give me an insight check.
That requires me to give a shit.
Okay, yeah. If you don't give a shit, you don't have to.
18.
See, I think this-
22.
Oh, wow. Mine's not going to be that good.
That's good. 18 for me.
Okay.
And I got 17.
Oh wow. Oh. So everyone except Percy, because Percy doesn't give a shit.
Yep.
Versus she's like, I want money.
Women crying.
You notice
Cringe.
she is barely holding it together right now. She is honestly, shocked and hurt by this. And she stands there for a moment, kind of sputtering and stammering, trying to find the words to say. And then her footing starts to go out from under her, and Susan quickly grabs her and helps her into a seat. And you just see Lady Finsborough kind of put her hand on Susan's arm, her servant's arm, and just say, "Get them there too. I need some time." And then...
Well, now I have mixed feelings, because I came into this mad at her.
Can I stop Susan before she runs off? Real quick?
Stop Susan before she catches her.
If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to take out the earrings that I found for the child's mother. I'm going to put it into her hands and be like, give this to the child.
And she takes them and she goes, "Oh my God."
Say they loved her. They will remember her up wherever they went. But this has to be her home.
And now the tears flow in earnest from her. She's not like bawling and sobbing, but I mean, it's rivers coming out of her eyes, but she is trying to keep the rest of her composure. And she just, she holds on to those rings and, as you put them in her hand, she kind of holds onto your hand. And you see her, she looks into your eyes and you can see genuine gratitude. I need, and actually, you know what, Gold, with your 22 on that insight check, you would pick up on this. You actually remember the expressions and stuff that happened before when you guys were talking to her before and Harain was sitting right next to her. Even though you didn't hear Harain, say, "But what about the water?" You remember her noticing her kind of like tugging on her aunt's sleeve, and her aunt just kind of like just brushing her aside not as if, "Shh, don't say anything about that," more along the lines of, "Be quiet, child, adults are talking." And she just sits there for long moments, kind of staring at those earrings. A little bit later, Susan comes back, and she has 2 pouches. One for you guys, and one for the guild. She hands them to you, and she kind of ushers you into the foyer away from Lady Finsmore. And says, "Thank you for taking care of my mistress's business. But is there anything else? I mean, I know she's not in a state to ask now, so I will ask on her behalf. What did you find? What happened?
Let's just say we got there too late.
At the
I
time of
look to
arrival,
gold.
at the time of arrival, there was no one alive in the town except for the undead. We went through and systematically put them into their final resting places and put them to rest. We burned their bodies to ensure they would
Not
make
spread the
peace with
disease.
their fate.
And did you find the governor and governess's bodies? Were they undead or had they succumbed?
You know, honestly, don't know that one.
They were undead when I took the earrings off. I remember.
That was who you pulled the
Yeah,
earring
I
from.
took the earrings
You
off.
killed them?
No. They were. We killed them when we went into one of the shops, and then I took a quick look and I did an investigation check, knowing that they were who she was looking for. And then after that, we got our arrows replenished.
Oh, was that part of the second verse same as the first part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were undead, and we took them out. And then I thought it would be something nice for the daughter, at least have a memory of her mother for.
Mm-hmm.
They had succumbed to the illness.
Yeah.
And unfortunately had turned undead.
But they are resting now.
Yes.
They are at peace. Hopefully.
That is good. I guess young Harain will be staying with us for a much longer time now.
She'll be more comfortable here than she ever would be there.
I hope so.
As long
Is
as
there
she can
any
find a
other
way to make peace.
any other details that the lady should know?
I'm kind of frowning a little bit, kind of looking back and forth between the lady and gold,
I don't believe it was an accident.
getting ready to blurt something out.
An
What?
illness not being an accident?
So, this is something that we're having to further investigate, and we're going to be looking into with the guild. So this is off the record, unofficial at the moment. We found some otherworldly essence in the well, and we believe that is what caused the sickness.
Oh,
And so
dear.
we believe it was planted. We don't know by whom, but it is otherworldly, not of this plane.
Interesting.
That is as far as we know at the moment. And when we can get more details, we'll be sure to share as it becomes official. But for now,
And
a plague had swept the town is the official answer.
and the herbs?
We still have them. I don't know.
Ajax is looking very confused now on why we just shared all of this information.
I don't know if what she wants to do with them. We can't return them if she would like her.
No,
Because I still think that she was withholding.
I know.
And I trust you to trust me.
Yeah, I am so far, but I'm visibly puzzled.
I know. I'll explain after
Let's
the fact.
discuss that.
I know the
You would know.
the mistress's heart. She may sometimes seem callous, but as you can see, she is a complex person. I believe it would probably be best if the medicine were to be distributed out among those who need it.
We can go ahead and donate the medicine. We'll take care of that for you guys.
And thank you on behalf of my mistress.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to help.
Also, if you could sign this paper, that'd be great.
Oh yes, of course.
Eyes on the prize.
Yeah,
Can I get the John Hancock, please?
Is
yeah.
that gonna
She
be
signs
okay
it.
that it ain't Finsmore's signature?
Yep, she signs it.
It's probably representative of Finsmore State,
Yeah.
how it'd be signed.
Yeah, you didn't have Baca sign either. You had one of the gate guards sign for.
So I had to take a note of that.
Yeah. Does she lead us out of the mansion when we're heading out? I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
Can I, while they're starting to walk off, can I stop and talk to her for a second?
If you wish.
I'll take my police back.
I'm gonna stop.
What blades?
I never do this. I'm gonna take off my hood. I'm gonna look at her eye and say, "You take care of that child." Family she never had.
Well, she had the family, that's the problem.
A family she no longer has.
Be the family she
Okay.
needs, not the family she deserves.
When you pull your hood back, she is very taken aback. I mean, your physical features in general kind of give you away.
Yeah.
But humans haven't seen orcs around here in a long time, so even a half orc
It's a little bit off.
is a little bit jarring.
Yeah.
And this is just a mere servant. So she's very much, you can tell she's a little bit scared when you pull your hood back and
But
she sees your face.
She wasn't phased by the tiefling?
She gave you guys odd looks.
Okay, I was like...
No, she
I
gave
felt like we were...
you two are always getting odd looks.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not necessarily fear,
Just normal.
odd. But
You walked in like that. He was a surprise.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
but
fair.
Yeah.
that and
She was like,
you
oh,
guys
fuck, another one.
that you guys know, especially you two, and you guys would know by proxy, having been with them for like 6 months or so now, that, yeah, people just don't see orcs around. And there is a stigma against orcs because of the war 150 years ago. So,
A nice long-standing war where we
Yeah.
lost many.
yeah, so her seeing you, she's definitely, she's not bolting, but she's definitely afraid.
I'll put the hood back on. And walk
Okay.
away.
I kind of take out Percy's daggers and kind of just force them into her stomach.
So you just stab her?
Daggers.
Stab her?
With the handle.
Gold
Alright.
check, holy
You're
gold
still
check.
Just here's your daggers.
Yeah, now I'm going to whisper to Gold as we're leaving, like, what the heck were you sharing all that for?
When I read into that situation, I came to the realization it wasn't that she was trying to withhold information from us. She wasn't trying to shoo off the information. She was trying to shoo off the child. It was just something that she didn't bring.
You're sure about that?
I'm sure.
Fair enough.
If not, I'll buy you a drink.
You buy me a drink anyway.
Fair enough. I'll buy you 2 drinks.
I chuckle and give you the hearty back slap.
I'm gonna roll a
I
Constitution
was just
saving throw.
It's cocked.
It was totally an 11.
That was cocked.
We love talk.
That is an 11.
Coming from the bar, that doesn't make surprise me at all.
You get the wind knocked out of you.
Ajax.
Looks like you got the cock knocked out of you.
That's
Are
the
we
sense of
still-
fixation by the bar?
Are we still in the
You're just outside the gate.
All right, I without unsafety keeping my weapon, I
Yeah.
just smack him with my bow as it's currently just a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Rafiki his ass.
So
Yeah.
11 to hit.
Leon, you just kind of like duck out of the way, just barely.
Was swinging a miss.
While he dodges, I'm just gonna smack him in the back of the head.
If we're smacking people, I got dibs.
All right.
Why are we smacking the bar?
Everyone's just smacking Leon.
Does a 14 hit?
Let's see. Does a 14 hit? I don't believe it does.
I
No,
don't
because
think
this
it
man's
does.
got
No,
the AC of
it
a
doesn't.
cleric.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So no, yeah, he's wily.
All right, let's head back to the guild and explain that we don't need them to investigate her because we made a mistake.
But we do need to
Or we were
investigate.
quick to judgment, rather.
We do need to investigate this herb though. Let's see.
Well, and should we go outside the guild for that so we bolster our reputation with them more? And we could also use the guild as a way to distribute the medical herbs.
If you give me some time, I can take my chemist kit and do some tests and figure out what's going
Your
on.
herbalism kit? Yeah.
No, I have a
Alchemy kit.
alchemy kit. Yeah, alchemy kit. Just give me a little bit of time.
Well, would we want to go to an herbalist or an alchemist for this?
We don't know. That's the
It's a
thing.
plant, so probably an herbalist.
Well,
But it is.
Wait, I'm looking to
it is-
take something out of it.
it's from another plane, though.
Yeah,
So.
alchemy also has to do with herbs, so...
Yeah.
We can do both.
How about
Yes.
Do we have enough samples to do that?
Hey, go.
Yeah.
Probably
It would
not.
be an herbamists.
Go. Give me
Or
some
an
time.
alka-
If I can't figure it out,
Alka- Alka
Okay.
herbs. I don't know.
Herbalist for identifying, alchemist for making something.
Yeah.
well,
So let's go ahead and head back. We'll go ahead and explain, as well as provide further information to the guild to maybe boost our grade.
and give them the money, their reward.
Well, obviously their payment. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Which, how much did we get?
600.
600.
So, how much did everybody get?
Well, we gotta hand it in first.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
there was 2 sacks. There was one for the guild and there was one for us.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
thought
on
we
some
still had to
studded
turn it in
leather.
before we
Oh,
like
right.
allowed our share or whatever. I
As
don't know
long
what
as you
the
turn in the guild
technicalities
share,
are.
they're not going to really give a
Okay.
shit.
Everybody gets 120.
Cool. I'm at 590.
Nice.
How much is studded leather armor?
You have enough for that, yeah. Studded leather's like 45, I think?
I'm at 573.
I'm not.
Because I need
Yeah, it's
a
45.
higher
I'm
AC.
at 400.
Yo, you want to talk about that?
You're a sorcerer. Fuck off.
Go find some elven armor or some bullshit.
Yeah, go get Mithril.
Can't you cast like mage armor or something, nerd?
No, this motherfucker told me not to take
Coming
it.
from the drama kid.
Alright, so we head to the guild.
Okay, yep. Once again, you're at the
I want
guild.
to be Batman.
At least I'm not a furry.
Bart!
He sees you walking up. He looks over at you, Leon, as you're walking up. He rolls his eyes.
As he's
And I roll for charisma.
I'm just gonna hand him the paperwork and who's got the gold for him?
There we go. All right. Did you get your proof, by the way?
So, about that.
Turns out we're full of shit.
No.
Shut it.
We
More
came to
than that.
judgment more quickly. I reassessed the situation, and it could have been played off either way, so I don't want to pursue it but without any further evidence.
Fair enough.
That being said, I take the sample of the root and the diary, and I also hand them to Bart and say, we do, however, have some information as far as to how this may have happened.
He takes those.
The diary gives
Alright.
a little bit of insight onto what exactly happened to the town. I read it out loud so the all-seeing eye knows what's in there. And
Alright.
then
He grabs that. He takes all that in one big meaty hand. Gets up from his chair, grabs his little cane, and hobbles back through the door behind him. Door closes.
I feel like I should walk with him next time.
He's gone for a little bit. Then he finally comes back over, sits down. Good. All right. So, shuffles some papers. First off, hands the diary back and the sample that you gave him. Says, we'll talk about that in a second. All right. So, third and final graded job in an attempt to increase rank. Bend down, please. Reaches up. Touches. And you guys see that little sphere kind of materialize to be, it's now visible.
Yep.
It then kind of hovers back over towards Bart. Who then takes it, puts it somewhere back behind the counter. Said, you don't need that anymore.
No more parental supervision.
Okay, overall grade. A plus.
Wow.
Met with client immediately upon receiving job. Gathered information pertaining to job. Gathered extra pertinent information by the half-orc. Extra bonus points on that.
Let's go.
Picked up shipment. Traveled with haste. Okay, urgency. Yep, good points for that. Really? He looks kind of back at the back door. Turns back around and says, never seen this before. Stellar tactics when dealing with undead. Wow.
I kind of pat myself on the back.
I'm gonna look at Ajax and be like, "We're drinking tonight, buddy."
I'm gonna look at Persephone and just kind of squint.
My count's still higher than yours.
She's right.
Bonus points on body count for the sorcerer.
I'm pretty sure. Let me see that kill count.
We tied.
And, okay.
Fair enough.
Minus points, but negated by bonus in points for being quick to judge client, realizing better for it upon gaining further information, not pressing the issue. Also,
points.
bonus points for honoring the dead. Overall, A+. Final rank, A.
We're not B, low average.
Yeah, we're a group of adventurers.
Stick to singing. That's all you're good at.
Yeah. I'll need everyone to roll perception real quick.
You first.
That is a 17.
That is a 5.
Dirty 20.
19.
16.
Okay. So, Bart looks at you and goes, "Now, those." And he points to the diary and the vial. According to the higher-ups, as far as that stuff is concerned, that is something that you have discovered. Whether you choose to chase that down and find out more about it, that's on you. The guild will only concern itself with that if absolutely necessary. At this point in time, too thin.
Question: do you guys take donations?
We have a surplus of medical supplies that we don't have the means of distributing.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, we can always use more. Stock the larder. Make it easier for people to requisition stuff.
We have a donation ready. It's on our wagon. We just have to pull
Yeah, it's
around
like
back.
8 carts of Nara root.
Or 8 crates, yeah.
Whatever. Rest of
Crates
it.
of Nara root. Yeah.
Happy to help the guild.
Aiden. There's your bag. You deal with them.
So true.
And Ajax.
Hey,
While this discussion is happening, you happen to be looking around.
Oh,
You notice someone on the far end of the this foyer, kind of off. Basically, as you walk in to the guild hall, this would be off to the left hand side. But you guys are right now up, standing by the kind of the main desk, and on that side there is a board that this is where kind of all the jobs are typically posted. And someone seems to be posting something new, a rather large piece of parchment covering a big section of the board. And this is what it is.
Here, excuse me for a second, fellas, and I'm going to excuse myself and
Can he read?
Ajax said, "Excuse me, what is this?"
pardon me, fellas.
Oh, there we go. That's more character.
And I walk over after I assume she walks away, and then as soon as she does, I'm going to take the paper and I'm going to take a look at it.
And
Advancement trials.
hold on, real quick. What are all of you doing as he says "excuse me" and walks away?
I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm just
Gold,
fat
you want to
chilling.
bring the wagon around and I can start unloading it?
Did you look over?
Well, we left at the stable near the honey pot. It's going to be about 40 minutes before I get
I know,
back.
but did you see him walk?
I'm sure I would have seen him walk.
It's
yeah,
hard to
okay.
miss him.
I gotta.
It also
Give me another perception check, Logan.
Okie
I
dokie.
tell you what, why don't
also
you all
rolling
hang
up
out, get a
with
drink,
your-
train, whatever. I'll go
18.
bring the wagon.
The woman that is up, putting that up, you actually see her fill in her name on there's like a slot. Like it doesn't show on that,
Oh, this
but
is
there's
just
like
sparring
there's
buddy.
like slots, dates and times,
His girlfriend.
and
boy.
it says simply D.
I know that person. I'm gonna walk
Yeah,
over.
you recognize that. You recognize
Okay.
her. But she walks away and she just, boop, she's down the hall somewhere.
Was it the one you were sparring with?
Yeah.
That's
When I
fine.
see Ajax, I'm assuming I see Ajax walk away.
All of you saw him walk
I
away. That's
literally
why he
said,
got a
"Pardon
perception
me,
check to
fellas."
recognize. Actually, you would probably recognize her as well, too.
I said it that I was leaving.
Can I follow Ajax? We gotta wait until Gold gets back.
If you want to.
And I'm gonna follow D.
There's a
Nuts got him.
Mhm.
My
Like a-
character's going on a solo venture to grab the wagon.
there's a table and chair situation somewhere, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, yeah, I'm
There's
over there.
lots.
Or over there.
But you didn't see what I saw. Would you
No,
have
no,
any
I'm
reason
just-
to
I'm
cut
just-
out of that
See
conversation
what
instantly?
I
Well, no,
see?
Yeah, you were kind of conversing with him still, but you guys saw Ajax walk away. So unless
I
you plan on
announced it.
leaving the conversation,
That's why I said pardon me, and I
Yeah.
excused myself.
After I'm done talking with Gold, then I'll go see Ajax. It'll be fine.
so Ajax, you're over there first.
Advancement trials. It's that time of the year again, freelancers. The advancement trials are here for those groups willing to risk it to rise through the ranks a bit quicker. You can try your hand and your swords in the trials. Starting this Pyriel,
Yep, Pyriel.
the 10th of Adriel,
Mm-hmm.
alright, and running through until the end of the month, you can pit your skills on the training grounds against this year's challenges. If you think your team has what it takes, speak with Administrator LaRue to set up your time slots.
Oh, we should totally skip that because our crew doesn't have what it takes.
And you better hurry. Because if last year was any indication, slots will fill up fast.
Was it's just to boost our rank in the guild?
Miss part of that, I'll let you, even though you haven't technically
Yeah, we
read it
won't
yet, just
level
for
up. In guild.
I say we go for it.
yeah, I'll bring that up with you guys after.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm.
Can I order a
What'd you
beer?
find?
Yeah. Okay, so you're kind of sitting there. Well, there's no bar out here, but you do know where the quote unquote the mess hall, which is really a tavern within.
So we need to
guild.
sign up with LaRue.
Okay. So, but first off, so you kind of make your way back towards the mess hall, which is the same direction you're going, Percy or Leon. Both of you to go down that hallway.
Confuse you for a girl.
Yep. So you're chasing after D,
Yeah.
and you're chasing after Beer.
Yeah.
I mean, see, it's not unusual for me to chase after D's.
D's.
Yeah, double D's.
The joke was about penis sack. Come on.
And I'm trying to back you up, homie.
No, I'm digging this hole for myself.
Okay, that's enough. See what I put up with, everyone? See what I put up with?
Hey,
Okay.
you chose the players.
I know.
This is your fault, not ours.
Yeah.
Alright, granted, that's fair enough. Anyway, so you guys are heading down that hallway. She's a ways away, ways ahead of you, maybe even 20, 25 feet.
If I attack the air, I get an extra 10 movement speed on my turn.
Doesn't work that way. I mean, are you trying to run after her? I mean, she's not
No,
running.
I'm not. Look,
My man's
Yo,
Tom
bro, what's your
Cruise running
number?
after her.
Oh.
be a man. Chase women in the dead of night.
You're saying that I'm creepy? That's super.
No, I'm just casually walking up to
Okay.
catch up to her.
Alright, so just a little faster, not to be a creep. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, see, I'm like,
Percy's right there with you.
I naturally give off the creep aura, so I should just. If
He
I
gets
try
advantage
harder.
on rolling for creep.
Exactly.
Oh no.
So, you guys are walking. Gold, you head out to go pick up the wagon with
So I
the
turn around
crates.
to share what I find after like 30 seconds of reading, and everyone's just
And you
gone.
see Tomer's walking right up to you, but everyone else is just, oh.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm like, hey, Tomer, take a look at this.
Fuck it, I say we go for
I think so as well.
it. Hell yeah.
I give Tomer a high five.
You want to get a drink?
Yes.
Let's go.
I was hoping you'd ask.
So you guys are going to drink at the guild?
Yeah.
All right. So you start heading down the hallway. You are going to be a little ways behind them.
That's fine.
And you got a long walk. So
Oh, yeah.
We should
All right,
sign up soon,
so-
though.
you end up turning down the
Take
hallway,
people with us.
following her.
That'd be kind of
Uh,
rude, wouldn't it?
You peel off after you've turned the corner and started going down her. You peel off to go into the mess hall and get yourself a nice brew.
I'm
There's
actually
plenty
gonna.
of spaces.
I'm gonna do a whole round of 2, 4, 5 alcohols.
Okay, you're just gonna load them up.
5 alcohols, please.
Okay. All right, so you get 5 alcohols
Your characters
and
are
a sixth
raging
one for
alcohol.
and a sixth one just sitting
Either
out
I'm
there.
gonna drink them or you guys are gonna join me.
And it just sixth one magically for some spirit that
Free
speaks to
drinks.
you in the sky.
You better wave us down because we're just going to the.
And Leon, you continue to follow, and you see that D seems to be heading towards the training grounds.
Whoa, I never would have guessed. I also continue following.
All right. So you're sitting there. You're ordered. She turns a corner, through the doors into the training grounds, and by the time you get there and you open the door and you look through, she is already in a fighting stance, squared off against a training dummy, and you start to see her do, once again, some very graceful dance-like moves.
Oh, D, would you like a target that moves?
She looks over and goes, "Ah, you again. Didn't have enough last time, huh?"
Certainly not, you know
I
too
always have
well.
room for seconds.
And as she says this, she kind of puts her rapiers down and actually flips them and sheathes them real quick, walks over towards you, then kind of looks at you, says, "Did you recently rank up?"
Actually, just a couple minutes ago, yes.
I'm so glad you noticed.
I'm so glad you noticed.
Tiki. D
Interesting.
senpai.
Woo.
I hope that
D-Champ
you've gotten
has
a bit
noticed.
better with that blade of yours.
Nope.
I sure hope so too.
Prepare to be disappointed.
No, they just truly recognize our skills now. You have not grown.
You
This
have
is a
not
mistake.
grown at all. In terms of level progression, I am still level 30.
Ooh, so
I've
meta.
grown in
Talk
character.
dirty.
If you want, I
There's
can show
an
you my
apostrophe in there, too.
D20.
We've grown
All right,
personality.
She says, "Well, I'm not really in the mood to spar. However,
Go on.
How about some private lessons?
However, I wouldn't mind some company while I'm here." As you look around and there's no one else in the training grounds.
Sword too.
It's always nice to have someone to talk to while I go through my routines.
I certainly wouldn't mind that either. I have a question as well. I was curious what you were doing over there at that guild board.
Haven't you heard?
Well, no.
The advancement trials are up again.
And what's
wait,
that all about?
you are new. You wouldn't have heard of them.
Right.
No, you're a fucking idiot.
Hence why I asked.
Freaking noob.
Well, I suggest you go and talk to Administrator LeRoux about it. He can fill you in on the details.
Fair enough. Alright, random question, since you said, company and whatnot. If there were, hypothetically, a small little fey creature, a very oily one, what would you feed it?
An oily fey creature.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
I think he's been.
She gives you a look of like, okay, yeah, buddy, hypothetically. And just... Sounds like a boggle. I think maybe you should, perhaps, raw meats, raw fishes, things like that.
Alright.
I think that's their diet. That's the end of part 1 for this episode. Tune in for part 2 next week.